Workshop third final quarter of the Division 3 Under-19 Grand Final. St Joseph's 7-12-54, leading CORIO 2-3-15. There's the man of the moment, Rupert Murdoch. He's in there really at the ball. And as he forces the ball forward, St Joseph's really want to take control of this ball early, and if they were able to pick up any scores towards at that northern end of the ground, it would really put a nail in the CORIO coffin as the ball again forced towards the boundary line. Murdoch, he's in everything but his mother's breakfast today, and he drives the ball forward yet again towards the boundary line. Good mark taken there by Mitch Grace, the captain of the CORIO Under-19 Colts, as on this occasion. Ball held up in the air as it fell a bit short of the CORIO players. Forced pushed forward again by St Joseph's. They're into attack. They've got their tails up. There's no question about that. Can they get to it? He nearly got the tap on there effectively. Not being played by the umpire, Matt Garvey.
Good switch out there, O'Toole. As I said earlier, you need to get that switch out and try and bring the ball back on the other side of the ground, open the play up. He's got Sykes there out wide, but he switches it back the other way. Good kick there across the ground. And now CORIO can really try and go forward. The player doesn't use the runner behind him. He instead goes down the line on the boot. Intercept marked there by number 51, Samuel Black. Gets hit hard there a bit there, but he's on his feet now. And he'll take his time, go back. It is only early, but they'll chew up the clock as much as possible all quarter just to try and, keep their win, keep their lead.
Oh, good mark.
That's very, very
Guess who?
Crucial there.
Who is it, Cookie?
It is the Rupert Armstrong.
The Mickey McGuana St Joseph's was that brilliant run in that third quarter. Had 5 bounces and a spectacular goal that really lifted the St Joseph's game.
He's done well there, the Wiz, because what happened?
He's kicked it.
He's kicked it.
Oh.
That's his 4th. What is going on here? He's had an absolute blinder.
He's at a, without question, 7-12-54. No, sorry, 8-12-60.
And that was a bit of a cry mistake there that let him easily take an uncontested mark. Dylan Lagarde, number 3, tripped just as the ball was kicked in. So there was no pressure for the Wiz. He could just take it easy, go back and kick himself a snag.
Yeah, Armstrong read that ball very well off the boot, and he collects his 4th goal as St Joseph's go to 8-12-60. Playing CORIO 2-3-15, who haven't scored since half-time at the 3-minute mark of the final quarter. Ball up in the air once again. St Joseph's getting the ball out of the centre through Nathan Bolger, forcing the ball wide. There's that man, Armstrong, handballing back, allowing St Joseph's pushing their forwards effectively towards the boundary line, not being able to stop it from rolling over the boundary. And as the sun blazes down on yet another windy day at the Geelong District Football League Under-19 Grand Final between St Joseph's and CORIO. Tapped out by CORIO, Thusan taking the ball, but it's against St Joseph's. It's picked up by Zach Carew, and Carew, he's taken it out. Who is it?
Guess who?
The
Roo.
It's Rupert Armstrong. He is... write his name on the medal now, as far as I'm concerned. But he has had a wonderful game.
Imagine kicking 5 goals, if he kicks it, of course, 5 goals in a grand final. That would be absolutely brilliant. It looks good off the boot.
It certainly does, but it doesn't make the distance.
That's hard kicking into that against the wind there. Out goes Hum, looking for Sykes, puts it in a good place. Not the best of bounces, but Sykes does all right, but cleaned up by St Joseph's. They get a nice little handball in the middle of the ground to a teammate. Dog pole over the ball there, and surely umpire's going to... No, it's going to spill out in Nathan Kurger, sorry. Hayden's his older brother. Ball gets knocked out, wrapped up right away. Neese is there, just can't seem to get the hands on. Ball kicked in by Molden. Picked up here now by Spence. He goes forward. No one can seem to take a mark here. In there's Plugger giving a handball out. Just can't, finds in the way of Thusalar. Ball is just getting knocked around. No one can seem to get a clean handball on, and the umpire will say, I think it's a free kick there against St. Joseph's, if I'm right. Thusalar will take it. He'll send it down the line, looking... What's going on here? So it's a free kick against CORIO for holding the man. So that ball will go to...
in front, Mark, it's always a big help.
That ball will go to Lockie Barnett, the ex-Geelong West Rooster, before he went to St. Joseph's. He'll send the ball in, looking for Plugger, as he can't find him. And the ball will get spilled out again. CORIO players everywhere. Number 1, Will Sheeps is there. They get the ball out. Trying to find the likes of Dylan Tartisio. Good tackle there by CORIO. Ball gets filtered out again. St. Joseph's just everywhere. No matter what CORIO can do, it's just St. Joseph's are just attacking and pressuring, and the ball will filter out for a boundary throw-in.
On the outer side of the ground, approaching the 6-minute mark of the final quarter in the grand final for 2018. St. Joseph's 8-12-60, leading CORIO 2-3-15. CORIO haven't scored since the second quarter. Such has been the command that St. Joseph's had of the ball throughout that third quarter and now into this final quarter as they're pushing the ball forward yet again. But they're finding the conditions are very, very hard to play with, and it's going to be they're not going to get any better as the day goes on.
The rain is starting to come in now, I can see. So
Ooh.
Ball heavily taken by St. Joseph's player who went to ground.
A one-handed handball, Graham. I'd say that is a throw.
And who's taking the free kick?
I believe that's number 47 in Will Devine, but
yeah,
I could be wrong.
One of the co-coaches, Will Devine. And the key question is, will Devine kick a goal?
Well, that's the key question. He's fair way out, Graham.
Look at the breeze, really blowing hard and ball falling well short. Oh, it's like a bit of a Ronaldo. He's done it.
The big fella.
Was it Plugger? Oh, hey, he's gone. Did you see that? Jordan Campbell decked that.
Yeah, we saw that behind the play. That's 100 metres off the ball there. That's not good, Jordan Campbell.
That's one thing with Campbell. His temper isn't a good thing. When he gets frustrated, he makes stupid decisions like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, come on, Jordan, you can't be doing that, mate. I believe you're one of the co-captains of a side. You just can't. As you can see, the runner here, Anthony Goose Grace, is just going to have a chat to him, just tell him to keep his head.
The emergency umpire's out on the ground, lurking around the area where that particular incident occurred.
The big Nico's put it through.
Plugger Nico.
Big Plugger.
That he's third or his fourth here, boys?
Third. James Nichols has scored 3 goals, with Rupert Armstrong scoring 4, Nick Tino 1 and Zach Costa 1, which adds up to 9. Very well calculated.
Good maths there, Graham.
9-13-67. St. Joseph's plays CORIO 2-3-15 at the 8.5-minute mark of the final quarter of the grand final in the under-19 competition, Division 3 of the Geelong District Football League grand final. They ball up in the air. Wayne Neath getting the double tap as he tried to push the ball forward for CORIO. Can they get a bit of a spurt on here, CORIO, or not?
Come on, Jordan Campbell there, just not looking at the ball at all, just looking for a bump on. He's just laying tackles. He's not playing the game of footy.
Get him off the ground. You can't do that, son.
First instance, he hasn't looked at the ball. He's gone straight for the player, and there he's just doing stupid things, and it's going to cost his team any chance of winning this grand final.
The emergency umpire coming onto the ground again.
They've got to get him off, Graham. Here he comes.
Will he go off through the...
Yeah, I'd say he'll go off for the interchange bench. This will be his first stint on the pine today for Jordan Campbell.
Back on the ball.
Looks like Frankie Costa's having a shot for goal, Graham.
It's Zach, is it?
Zachy?
Zachy Costa, not Frankie, but...
We'll call him Frankie.
High ball there, just can't make the distance, though.
And
it'll be a through for behind.
Another behind.
A free kick, I think, Graham.
It looks like it.
There's that many players down there. The umpire is certainly coming in. Yes, he's giving a free kick to
And it looks like a 50-metre penalty, which that'll put him right in the...
Another one, St Joseph's. 9:13.67 plays 2:3.15 in favour of St Joseph's. And this time it is going to be a St Joseph's player.
So that's number 22 in Nick Tino for his second goal of the game. So he doubles up now as well.
There'll be a few free fish and chips tonight in the Shannon Avenue Fish and Chip Shop at Tino's. I'll give you the mail.
Pop in and say hello to Nick Tino, kicks his second goal. Rupert Armstrong's got 4, Zach Costa's got 1, and James Nichols has got 3. As St Joseph's go on to 10 goals, 13.73. I'd say in a commanding position, a match-winning position over CORIO, who are still 2-3-15, approaching the 11-minute mark of the final quarter in this grand final.
Looking 10 minutes in the last term, you'd have to say that the man himself, the whiz, Rupert Armstrong, would be the most likely player to win the Division 3 Norm Smith, wouldn't you, boys?
Oh, most definitely.
Certainly get my vote. As the ball's up, Wayne Neath getting... he's worked effectively in the ruck today, but hasn't really been able to...
Joseph's have just been smart and roving off him. They know he's going to be most of the taps, and they're doing what any smart side does, and there's rove off the ruckman. Umpire is paying absolutely everything here.
Well, they're paying the penalty, maybe.
I think they're going to pay 50 then. He goes out wide. Good kick there. Marked in there by number 34, Gus McKinnon. Fun fact about Gus McKinnon, he used to play hockey, played state hockey back in the day, but he's switched codes and now he's a footballer.
My neighbour, Gus, lives around the corner.
Oh, there you go.
Son of the great Johnny McKinnon.
He's a great man, Gus. I used to play field hockey with him in my days. And it'll be a kick in here, and that's going to just filter out in the full, and it's going to go back the other way.
I think he's done his...
He's cramping up here, I think. It looks like his calf's no good. In number 35. I think it's Jackson By, the captain there.
Jacko.
Yeah, he does not look healthy right now, old Jacko.
The Gatorades will taste all right tonight, Jacko. You'll be right. He's hobbling off. I think we're going to make special mention here to Jackie Hodgson and Paddy de Grande. They've worked pretty hard with young Rupert Armstrong all year with his improving his footy, and you can shown out today. He's been a great player today for St Joey's.
Oh yeah, he's been prolific.
As St Joseph's could go further into attack. Avery Knight tips the ball over.
So guess who, Graham?
You guessed it. Rupert Murdoch kicks towards goal.
Bang!
Over the
goal.
Back. He's taken the ball. Ball was falling short of the goal, but a major for St Joseph's. Just waiting to see who that player was. Anyway, it's St Joseph's scoring another goal, 11-13-79, leading CORIO 2-3-15. Do we get a number on that goal kicker, baby?
I couldn't see it here from where I'm sitting, quite far on the outside of the ground, but.
And we're getting the glare at that northern end. We're getting the glare off the windscreens.
The cars, yeah, it's hit me eyes, I'm not going to lie.
I think it was Tino, number 22. I
think it was Tino?
Ran into an open goal. So the fish and chips, the potato cakes will be on tonight too now. At the Shannon Avenue Fish and Chip Shop up in Geelong West.
I'll wait until we get the scallops with roe on there for free.
And we can see here that Campbell is about to go back on the ground, so he's just gone off to cool his head and he'll be heading back on now. So they're going to need him back on the ground.
St Joseph's pushing the ball forward yet again on that boundary road side of the ground, but CORIO good in defence. They're still showing a lot of desperation, but it's not really. It doesn't put any goals on the scoreboard. That's the problem for CORIO. As St Joseph's, they're full of confidence at the present time, working their ball towards their goal.
There's Plugger there. You just get a cheeky little handball there off to James Molden, looking for the whiz just over the top of his head there. Ball's going to go out for boundary. Oh no, it's going to be out in the full, I believe. Yeah, so it's going to be a CORIO kick here. Out on the out in front of the Domino's advertisement board there, looking for Thusalar. He's going to wheel around, send it nice and low to Mitchy Sykes there. He's going to play on. Not really on a go-to, but Campbell's running hard. He's running hard. He's there, but the ball's going to filter out for a boundary throw in just in front of the St Albans club rooms here.
Crowd starting to build up for it's going to be a wonderful big grand final day here at the Geelong District Football League. The ball being thrown in. Wayne Neath in front. Neither ruckman fails.
Oh, I tell you what, he's going.
That's Campbell again.
Campbell again. He's going
throwing
the
weight, throwing his weight effectively into the ball, trying to stir his side up and get him into attack. But the ball being forced forward, but St Joseph's defence has remained firm out of the centre with Lachlan Barnett. He chipped
the
in.
whiz, Rupert Armstrong.
The Roo.
He's done a wonderful job today, and he tips over to his little mate Nick Tino. Tino on the left foot, kicks the ball high. It'll bring rain sometime today. Fails to be taken by the CORIO defence. Snap for goal by St Joseph's. Is out on the full.
Free kick, I think, Graham.
Now,
to St Joey's.
Yes, he's waving his hand around again.
Getting a little bit undisciplined here, the CORIO Devils, late in this grand final.
Yeah, they're not wrong there. It is hard to lose the grand final, and it's getting into their heads, and they're just starting to do some stupid things, which is not what we want to see. We're here to play footy, not here to box. You want to be boxing, head into the boxing ring. Ball's going to be kicked in, looking for...
No, he's going to... What's happened here, Graham?
He's taking it back.
The upsetting thing here is, gentlemen, Hayden Kurger hasn't been able to kick his 50th goal yet so far in this game, as we head into time on in the last quarter.
St Joseph's kicking from the boundary line. The ball this time chipped in directly in front of goal. Nearly a mark to St Joseph's. Tape paid there, but kicked off the ground. Through for a behind. 11 goals, 14-80 points. Leads CORIO 2-3-15. A resounding 65-point lead by St Joseph's at the 17-minute mark. Time on in this grand final of the Under-19 Division 3 between CORIO going into this game as favourites against St Joseph's number 2 side, and it's St Joseph's. I think they're number 1 side in the Colts playing in a grand final too, aren't they, Mark?
Yep, so St Joseph's A-grade side will be playing next week at
very lucky
Simmons Stadium, so that'll be a good game to watch there. And the winner of today's game in that division will be the team that will play against St Joseph's, who have the week off.
Well, Nichols is in there. He's throwing his weight around, trying to get that ball, bulking it towards ground, towards goal. Fails to do so. CORIO forcing the ball wide. There's that man again, number 2. He's doing a great job in Mark Garvey. Kicks the ball back towards the centre in front of goal. Players going in hard for the ball. St Joseph's takes the ball off the ground, but pushes it out of bounds on the full.
Hit the post, Graham.
Hit the post on the full. That means it's hit the behind post, so it's out of bounds on the full. It's a free kick to CORIO. They kick the ball back towards the 50-metre line, and CORIO effectively working the ball, trying. They haven't given up at all, CORIO, and that's what you expect in a grand final. But St Joseph's again snapping towards goal.
Plugger Nichols is there. He picks it up. That'll be holding the ball, surely. He's gotten a bit hungry there, the Plugger. He wants his 4th. He wants to be equal goals here with Rupert Armstrong, but he's been done here for holding the ball. And that's going to be... Terrible kick there. Touched off the boot. Out for a boundary throw-in with, I'd say, only seconds left in this game.
19 minutes gone in the final quarter of the grand final. St Joseph's leading by 65 points in what has been a good display of football under the conditions by the St Joseph's team, and they thoroughly deserve their victory as the ball comes back. There's no player in the forward zone for CORIO at all. The number 30 for St Joseph's, Avery Knight, is probably playing around about. There's 2 St Joseph's players in Gus McKinnon and in Avery Knight. They're the only 2 the two St Joseph's players in defence. Every CORIO Devil player is up on the ball in order to try and generate something.
And down comes back is Dutchy Carew into defence as well, just to pick up on Kyle Chamberlain. But the Dutch man, he'll try and troll something. I know what he's like. He'll want to kick himself a snag. He likes the glory, so just be watching him in the last few minutes here.
Ball being handballed around between St Joseph's players. They're forcing the ball into more open spaces. Thusanar has forced the ball forward for CORIO. CORIO, Wayne Neath bends down, picks up the long, lanky man and pops the handball across. CORIO back in towards the centre area. Pack develops, not being able to be taken. Siren. She's all over Red Rover for season 2018 in the Under-19 Division 3 Grand Final. Premiers, St Joseph's, number 2 side, 11-14-80, defeating CORIO 2-3-15. And interestingly enough, in that second half, it was 4-6 St Joseph's to CORIO's 2-3 at half-time. So in the second half, CORIO have failed to score, whilst St Joseph's have kicked 7 goals, 8. So it's been a very commanding win. Your views on the game, Park?
It was a good game there by St Joseph's boys. They have done absolute bits all day, and they were the better side on the ground. They definitely deserve the premiership medal here. It is upsetting for the CORIO boys. You know, those blokes played in the grand final last year and lost to Inverleigh, and it is upsetting. Like, I know it would hurt to lose 2 grand finals around myself, but St Joseph's were definitely the better side on the ground today, like with the likes of Rupert Armstrong, the Plugger Nichols, the captain Jackson Bye was doing bits till he hurt his hamstring. But no, it's well done by St Joseph Football Club. Definitely deserve it. And hopefully they can back it up next week in the ones and get 2 little premiership sides in both the under-19 sides. That'd be awesome to see.
And your views, Brian Coughlin?
Yes, Graham. Just I thought that the St Joe's were far too good on the day. They were too fast. They used the ball a lot better in these conditions, and they had a magnificent play there in Rupert Armstrong. He absolutely dominated the game. And no doubt I would have to give Rupert the best player on the ground, I would suggest, Graham.
I'd be backing you there, Cogsy. You're not wrong.
Make it a unanimous decision there. Rupert Armstrong will receive the best on ground medal.